Alright, so today we're going to talk about how to do some more advanced presentation skills inside of PowerPoint. The presentation that you guys are going to be working on right now as I'm creating this video is to create a proposal presentation for your game concept for our Intro to Game Design class. I ask that you guys have 3 slides for full credit with certain formatting on those 3 slides, as well as simple animations and transitions in the presentation. So that's what we're going to look at today. First, we need 3 slides. We can do that a couple of different ways. We can click on the Insert tab up here next to the Home tab, and then select New Slide from the button here. If we do that twice, we'll have 3 slides total over here in the Preview pane on the left. Once we have those 3 slides, we're going to go ahead and put our content in. So this, for example, is going to be the title. This down here is the subtitle. We'll put our name, period number, date, everything else I told you to put there. For the second slide, and you'll see I'm just using the Preview pane over here in order to switch between slides. For this one here, we're going to put a title, just something so that we have stuff in the text boxes. That's not how you spell boxes. There we go. And this one is concept art, and we'll show you how to get concept art off of the internet as well. So once you have the 3 slides more or less done, we're going to need to add transitions, which is how the slides look exchanging from slide to slide. So when you go from slide 1 to slide 2, that's called a transition. And animations, which is how items on the slide appear on the slide. So let's start here with a transition. We'll do very simple transitions. We'll do a fade, and that'll bring it in faded from black. And we're going to apply that to all of these slides here just so that we have it done real quick. Okay, so if we start up at number 1 and we do our slideshow, click on that slideshow tab and then choosing from beginning over here on the left, then it will show the different slides. When you click the mouse, they'll fade in between the different slides, and that's a transition. In animation, which is this other tab right up here, is going to require you to click on the different text boxes or images inside of the individual slide. And so it changes how things move on the slide itself. So let's go ahead and take a preview of that. Let's look at the slideshow from the beginning. And you'll notice that the transition goes through, but it shows a blank slide. Now each time you click, one of your animations is going to play. So it's very important that you don't put too many animations on your slides, or else your slideshow is going to take forever, and honestly it'll get boring. Less is more is how it's going to work when you're trying to do animations. I've seen people do every single letter has a different animation, and I assure you, not only does that get boring, but it is very difficult to watch, and it's not something that you would ever actually see inside of a professional presentation. Alright, so generally speaking, what I like to suggest is leave the titles alone so that they'll show up when the slide shows up, and then add an animation for the content down underneath. Alright, so we'll leave that alone, the title alone, and have the content come up. Alright, so let's look at the slideshow now. Go from the beginning. They'll start from slide 1. Now remember, slide 1 I still have those 2 animations on there, and so I'm going to need to go back and delete the one for the title. You go between the slides, you have that transition, it fades through. Because I did not put an animation for the title of the second slide, it shows it up there, but then when I click next time, I get the animation for the content. Transition, fade through, the title is there because it does not have an animation. Another click brings the content up with an animation. All right, so what if you have an animation on there that you need to get rid of? Well, go ahead and go to the slide in question. Remember, ours is the first slide in this demonstration. Just go ahead and click on the animation tab here, and you're going to see for each of the elements, the text boxes in this case, that have an animation, there's going to be a little number off on the corner of them. All right, so click on the number that you need to get rid of. In this case is number 1, that's our title, and click None. All right, now when you do the slideshow, that first element is not going to be animated, just the second one. All right, now it looks like all the other ones. Nice and consistent. All right, but we do need to put art on our last slide here, on slide number 3. So there's a couple of ways that we can do this. The way that I like to do it is to actually go to the internet directly and copy and paste. So the way that you would do that is you would open up the internet. I'm going to go ahead and open up with Mozilla Firefox. The website I like to use is images.google.com. And this is a section of the Google website that will only look for images. All right. Now I'm going to look for Mario Brothers, and it's going to bring me all these different pictures of Mario. And I like this one here with that fireball. That is pretty cool. So I'm going to click there in order to make it nice and large. I'm going to right-click with my right mouse button over this image. And this pop-up menu is called a context menu. When this comes up, you need to click where it says Copy Image. All right, click where it says Copy Image. I'm going to say this one more time. Copy Image is the one that you want. All right, so you're going to left-click there. Go back to your PowerPoint. And you're going to right-click again with that right mouse button. And there's going to be a picture of the clipboard right there that has a little picture of a mountain and sun on it. If you hover your mouse over it, it'll say Picture, and it'll show you a preview of the item that we're going to be pasting. So that's the one that you want. You'll right-click, this menu will come up, you're going to look underneath of where it says Paste Options, and you're going to choose the clipboard all the way off to the right that has the picture, that's the hint, of the mountain and the sun. Click there. Alright, so that's your concept art. If you have any questions on this, go ahead and